Something is seriously wrong at Dollar Tree, and shoppers are finally beginning to notice. For decades, the promise was almost impossible to misunderstand. Walk through the door, pick up what you need, and almost everything costs $1. You did not need an app. You did not need a calculator. You did not need to study 6 different shelf labels before placing a box of trash bags in your cart. That simplicity is disappearing. Dollar Tree now has products priced at $1.25, $3, $5, $7, and sometimes more depending on the category and location. More than 5,000 stores have already been converted to the company's multi-price format. At the same time, shoppers have reported bare shelves, unopened freight sitting in aisles, confusing price points, and packages that look inexpensive until you calculate what you are actually receiving. Here is the part that should get your attention. Dollar Tree reported that sales rose 7.2% in its first fiscal quarter of 2026. But traffic at comparable stores fell 1%, while the average amount spent per transaction rose 4.5%. In plain English, fewer shopping visits produced larger receipts. That does not mean Dollar Tree has suddenly become a bad store. It means the old rule, if it came from Dollar Tree, it must be a bargain, can now cost you money. Today, we are exposing 9 signs that Dollar Tree has changed, why so many loyal customers feel frustrated, and exactly how you can still find real value without getting trapped by the new system. We will uncover the price ladder most people never stop to examine, the small package trick that makes a cheap item surprisingly expensive, and the shelf problem employees say is not always a supply shortage. Most importantly, number 1 is the complete Dollar Tree stack, a simple shopping system that combines everything in this video into one trip and keeps more money in your bank account. If you are living on Social Security, a pension, or any fixed monthly income, this matters. $1 extra may not feel important in the aisle. Repeated across 20 items and 4 shopping trips, it becomes real money. Let's expose the system. Number 9. The name no longer tells you the price. The first problem is also the most obvious. Dollar Tree still has the same name, the same green signs, and much of the same bargain store atmosphere. But the single price model that built the company's identity is gone. The company raised its standard price from $1 to $1.25 in 2021. Since then, it has expanded its assortment of $3, $5, and $7 merchandise. During fiscal 2025 alone, Dollar Tree converted or added about 2,400 stores to its Dollar Tree 3.0 multi-price format. That brought the total to approximately 5,300 multi-price stores. This changes the psychology of the entire shopping trip. Under the old system, a shopper could count 10 items and know the approximate subtotal. Under the new system, 10 items might cost $12.50, $30, or more. A $5 product placed beside several $1.25 products can enter your cart before your brain fully registers that it costs 4 times as much. Imagine a retired shopper named Linda picking up party supplies for her granddaughter. She chooses 8 small decorations, 2 storage containers, and a seasonal centerpiece. She still thinks of Dollar Tree as a low, predictable price store, but the centerpiece is $5 and each storage container is $3. Her 11-item basket is no longer around $14. It is more than $20 before tax. Nothing was necessarily mislabeled. The system simply benefited from the expectation created by the name. Here is what smart shoppers do. Before placing anything in the cart, say the price out loud. $1.25, $3, $5. It sounds almost too simple, but it interrupts automatic shopping. Then keep a running subtotal on your phone or on a small paper list. If you do not see a clear shelf label, do not assume the lowest price. Ask an employee or use a price scanner where available. Most shoppers count products. Smart shoppers count dollars. And once the single price promise disappears, the next problem becomes much easier to hide. Number 8. Your receipt is growing even when your cart is not. Dollar Tree's own numbers reveal what is happening. In the first quarter of fiscal 2026, comparable store sales increased 3.5%. That growth was driven by a 4.5% increase in the average ticket, while traffic declined 1%. This is not proof that every individual customer paid more for the exact same basket. It does show that the average transaction became larger, while the number of visits moved in the opposite direction. The pattern was even clearer in the fourth quarter of fiscal 2025. Dollar Tree reported comparable sales growth of 5%. Average ticket increased about 6.3%, while traffic declined about 1.2%. Multi-price products represented roughly 16% of sales during that quarter. The new assortment gives shoppers more reasons to spend $3, $5, or $7 without leaving the store. That is good for convenience and good for Dollar Tree's average transaction. It is not automatically good for your budget. Picture a shopper going in for toothpaste, greeting cards, and dish soap. She sees a $5 storage basket, a $3 frozen item, and a seasonal decoration near the front. The original 3-item errand becomes a 6-item purchase. She may still feel that she saved money because every individual product looked inexpensive. But her receipt has doubled. Here is what you do. Decide your maximum Dollar Tree total before entering. Not the number of products, the dollar total. If the limit is $15, write 15 at the top of your list. Separate the list into needs and optional finds. Needs enter the cart first. Optional products only enter if money remains under the limit. Then look at your receipt after checkout. Circle every item priced above $1.25. If those products make up most of the total, you did not make an old-fashioned Dollar Tree trip. You made a regular discount store trip, and those items deserve regular comparison shopping. But a higher price is not the only way a bargain becomes expensive. Number 7. The small package trap. Dollar Tree can be excellent when you need a small quantity and do not want to spend $10 or $20 up front. For a senior living alone, a small package may prevent waste. But a low shelf price and a low unit price are not the same thing. Suppose an 8-ounce package costs $1.25. That equals about 15.6 cents per ounce. A 24-ounce package at another store might cost $3, or 12.5 cents per ounce. The smaller package saves $1.75 today, but it costs roughly 25% more for the amount you receive. Now reverse the situation. If half of the large package would expire or be thrown away, the smaller item may be the smarter purchase. That is why the correct answer is not always buy bulk or always buy at Dollar Tree. The correct answer depends on unit price and actual use. The trap is strongest in cleaning supplies, paper goods, food storage bags, medications, snacks, and pantry products. Packaging can look similar from the front while containing fewer ounces, fewer sheets, or fewer individual pieces. Imagine Robert, age 68, buying a small box of food storage bags every 2 weeks because it is only $1.25. If a larger box elsewhere provides 3 times as many usable bags for 2.5 times the price, Robert's cheaper-looking habit costs more over the year. Here is what smart shoppers do. Total price, quantity, and unit price. For paper products, compare sheets, not rolls. For detergent, compare loads, not bottle size. For medicine, compare the active ingredient and tablet count, not the color of the package. For snacks, compare ounces. If you cannot calculate the exact unit price in the aisle, use a simple test. Ask whether the competing package provides at least twice as much for less than twice the money. If yes, the larger package is probably the better unit value, provided you will actually use it. Most shoppers see $1.25. Smart shoppers see what $1.25 buys. And sometimes, the item you came to compare is not even on the shelf. Number 6. The empty shelf may not mean what you think. In July 2026, reports circulated showing unusually bare shelves at some Dollar Tree locations. Shoppers wondered whether another price increase, tariffs, or supply problems were responsible. But employees and a store manager cited in those reports pointed to a more basic problem. Too few labor hours and not enough dedicated time to move freight from the back room onto the sales floor. This distinction matters. A product can be inside the building but unavailable to the customer because no one has had time to stock it. Boxes may sit unopened while 1 or 2 employees are expected to run registers, answer questions, clean the store, and refill shelves. That produces 2 costs for you. The first is time. You drive to the store and discover that the item you need is missing. The second is substitution. Instead of leaving empty-handed, you buy a higher-priced alternative or something that does not fit your needs. One shopper in San Diego shared images of depleted shelves, creating speculation about what was happening. Employee comments from other locations described the same operational pressure. Inventory may arrive, but labor hours determine when it reaches the shelf. Here is what you do. Ask an employee which day the truck normally arrives, and when stocking is usually completed. Do not assume truck day is the best shopping day. The following morning may be better if staff need time to unload. If you depend on a specific household or pantry item, call before making a special trip. Also build a two-store backup. Know the nearest second Dollar Tree, grocery store, or Walmart that carries the same essential. Spending $2 in gasoline to chase a $1 saving destroys the deal. Most shoppers react to an empty shelf by buying whatever remains. Smart shoppers treat availability as part of the price. But the empty shelves are only one side of the new strategy. The other side is filling more space with products designed to raise the value of your basket. Number 5. The treasure hunt system is getting more expensive. Dollar Tree has always made shopping feel like a hunt. Seasonal products change quickly. Closeouts appear without warning. A useful kitchen item may be available this week and gone the next. The multi-price model expands that excitement into higher price levels. According to Dollar Tree's fiscal 2025 results, the company ended the year with about 5,300 multi-price stores. Multi-price products helped increase the average ticket. That is not an accident. More price points allow the chain to sell larger packages, more recognizable brands, seasonal products, decor, refrigerated food, and household goods that were difficult to offer under a $1.25 ceiling. Some of those items are genuinely good values. The problem is that discovery creates urgency. You see a $5 item that looks surprisingly nice, and your brain says, buy it now because it may not be here next week. Imagine Denise finding 3 decorative storage bins at $5 each. She only needs one, but buys all 3 because the color may disappear. A $5 discovery becomes a $15 decision. Here is what you do. Use the 24-hour rule for every unplanned product priced at $3 or more. Take a photo of the item and shelf label. Leave it in the store. At home, compare the size, material and price with Walmart, Target, Aldi, or an online retailer. If the Dollar Tree version still wins and you genuinely need it, return. For seasonal products that may sell out, use a stricter question. Where will this item be stored after the season ends? If you cannot answer immediately, it is probably entertainment disguised as savings. Most shoppers fear missing the product. Smart shoppers fear wasting the money. And Dollar Tree now has more room than ever to benefit from that fear. Number 4. Higher prices are helping the company, not automatically helping you. Dollar Tree reported strong results in the first quarter of fiscal 2026. Net sales reached roughly $5 billion, up 7.2%. Adjusted earnings per share increased 38%, and the company raised its annual profit forecast. Management credited factors including improved product mark-on, lower freight costs, lower shrink, and strategic pricing. These benefits were partly offset by tariffs and markdowns. Reuters also reported that Dollar Tree had received about $110 million in tariff refunds by late May, which was not included in the updated forecast at that time. There is nothing improper about a retailer earning a profit. A financially stable chain can keep stores open, employ workers, and maintain inventory. But shoppers should understand the relationship clearly. When Dollar Tree's costs improve, the saving does not automatically appear on every shelf label. The company decides where to reduce prices, where to hold them, where to introduce a larger product, and where customers may accept a higher price point. Imagine a shopper seeing a $3 product and assuming it must be cheaper than the supermarket version because Dollar Tree negotiated a special deal. That assumption may be correct. It may also be wrong by 50 cents, $1, or more. Here is what you do. Create a known prices list for 10 products you buy repeatedly. Record the normal price at Dollar Tree and one competing store. Update it once a month. You do not need to compare every item in America. You only need to know your personal essentials. When freight costs fall or tariff conditions change, watch the products rather than the headlines. A corporate cost reduction is information for investors. A lower shelf price is information for shoppers. Do not confuse the two. And there is another important reason not to judge the entire chain by a single visit. Number 3. One Dollar Tree can feel completely different from the next. Dollar Tree opened 402 new stores during fiscal 2025. Its longer-term plan presented to investors included roughly 400 openings per year and about 75 closures annually. At the same time, thousands of locations have been converted to the multi-price format. That creates enormous variation. One store may be newly remodeled, fully stocked, clean, and carrying refrigerated food. Another location 10 miles away may be smaller, understaffed, and filled with older inventory. One may have clear shelf labels and price scanners. Another may leave you searching for the correct price. Shoppers often make one of two mistakes. They assume every Dollar Tree is as good as their best location, or they abandon the chain because their nearest location is poorly operated. Picture a senior who visits the same store every Tuesday. She repeatedly finds empty cleaning shelves and limited frozen food, so she concludes Dollar Tree no longer carries the products. A second location near her doctor's office may have a much better assortment, but she never checks because brand loyalty became location loyalty. Here is what you do. Once every 3 months, compare 2 nearby Dollar Tree stores while you are already traveling for another reason. Do not make a special 20-mile trip. Look at cleanliness, price label accuracy, essential item availability, refrigerated assortment, and checkout time. Choose a primary store and a backup store. Your primary store should not simply be the closest. It should produce the lowest total cost after gasoline, time, availability, and pricing are considered. Most shoppers are loyal to a building. Smart shoppers are loyal to value. But even at the best location, some categories deserve more suspicion than others. Number 2. The category matters more than the logo. There are products Dollar Tree can sell at excellent prices because the package is simple, the brand is less important, or competitors apply large markups. Greeting cards, basic party supplies, gift bags, certain craft items, cleaning accessories, and small quantities of household goods can be strong candidates. Other categories require careful comparison. Food, over-the-counter medicine, batteries, paper goods, detergent, trash bags, and personal care products can vary dramatically in package size, performance, expiration date, and unit cost. A cheap battery that lasts half as long is not cheap. A small trash bag that tears and requires 2 bags is not cheap. A medication with fewer tablets may be convenient, but it may cost much more per dose. A snack package that disappears in one sitting may carry a higher price per ounce than the supermarket family size. Imagine buying 4 $1.25 packages over a month. You spent $5. If a larger package at another store costs $4 and contains the same total quantity, the Dollar Tree habit quietly costs $12 more per year for just one product. Repeat that across 10 household products and the difference becomes meaningful. Here is what you do. Divide your list into 3 zones. The green zone contains products you have already compared and know are good values at Dollar Tree. The yellow zone contains products that may be good depending on size, quality, or current promotions. The red zone contains products that repeatedly cost more per use or fail too quickly. Your zones will be personal. A senior living alone may place small food packages in the green zone because reducing waste matters more than the unit price. A large household may put the same products in the red zone. Most shoppers ask, is Dollar Tree cheap? Smart shoppers ask, is this product cheap for the way I use it? Now let's combine every move into one system. Number 1, the Dollar Tree stack. Everything we covered can save money on its own. The real win comes from running all of it together during the same shopping trip. Move 1, set a hard spending limit before entering. Your limit controls the trip, not the number of products in the cart. Move 2, shop from a written needs list and separate needs from optional finds. Move 3, say every price aloud and keep a running subtotal. Never allow the Dollar Tree name to substitute for reading the label. Move 4, compare unit price on food, medicine, paper goods, cleaning products, batteries, and storage bags. Move 5, use your green, yellow, and red category list. Buy known values quickly, investigate uncertain products, and skip repeated disappointments. Move 6, photograph every unplanned item priced at $3 or more and apply the 24-hour rule. Move 7, use a primary store, a backup store, and a known prices list for your 10 most common purchases. Here is what this looks like in a real-world example. Suppose Margaret, a 69-year-old retiree, enters Dollar Tree with a maximum budget of $35. Her needs list contains greeting cards, gift bags, reading glasses, dish brushes, storage bags, detergent pain reliever, snacks, paper towels, and several pantry items. Under the casual system, she grabs 20 products. 12 cost $1.25, 4 cost $3, and 4 cost $5. Her subtotal reaches $47 before tax. She entered expecting a $35 trip and exceeded the limit by $12. Now Margaret runs the stack. She starts with the greeting cards, 2 gift bags, and 2 dish brushes in her green zone. 5 items at $1.25, total $6.25. She checks the reading glasses. They are $1.50 and match the strength she needs. So the running subtotal becomes $7.75. She examines the storage bags and compares the count with the price she recorded at Walmart. The Dollar Tree package is cheaper upfront but more expensive per bag. She skips it and plans to buy the larger package during her grocery trip. She checks the detergent. The bottle promises fewer loads per dollar than her normal supermarket brand, so that stays out of the cart. She finds a pain reliever with the same active ingredient she uses, checks the tablet count and expiration date, and confirms it is a better cost per dose than the small package at her pharmacy. She adds it for $1.25. Her subtotal becomes $9. In snacks, she chooses 2 small packages because she lives alone and knows a family-size bag would go stale. The unit price is slightly higher, but the smaller quantity prevents waste. 2 packages add $2.50. The subtotal is $11.50. She finds 3 pantry products from her known prices list at $1.25 each. The subtotal becomes $15.25. Then she sees a $5 seasonal decoration and a $3 storage container. Under the old habit, both would enter the cart. Under the stack, she photographs them and leaves them behind for 24 hours. Margaret checks the paper towels and realizes the small roll is not competitive by sheet count. She skips it. Finally, she adds 4 additional known value items at $1.25 each. Her Dollar Tree subtotal is $20.25. She buys the larger storage bag package, detergent, and paper towels during a grocery trip she was already planning. Those products cost $14 there. Her combined spending is $34.25. Compared with the $47 casual Dollar Tree basket, the system keeps $12.75 in her pocket. If it prevents even half that amount of overspending twice per month, the annual saving exceeds $150. The exact prices in your area will differ. The point is the process. Most shoppers walk through Dollar Tree asking, "What else can I get?" The system shopper asks, "Which items earn a place in my budget?" That is the truth behind the frustration. Dollar Tree did not simply raise one price. It changed the logic of the store. The old promise was simplicity. The new promise is variety and value across multiple price points. That can still work for you, but only when you stop shopping on autopilot. Dollar Tree is not automatically a rip-off, and it is not automatically the cheapest store. It is a tool. Used carefully, it can save real money. Used emotionally, it can turn a quick $5 stop into a $40 receipt. The smartest shopper is not the person who refuses to pay more than $1.25. It is the person who knows when $3 is a bargain, when $1.25 is overpriced, and when the best decision is to leave the item on the shelf. Drop your best Dollar Tree find in the comments. Tell us the product, the price, and what it costs somewhere else. We read every single one. And if someone you know still assumes everything at Dollar Tree is automatically the cheapest option, send them this video. It could save them money on their very next trip. At Ready Shelf, we don't just save money, we expose the system. Subscribe, stay sharp, and we'll see you in the next one.